There's only 1 day and 12 hours left before we get the winner of the 8th Parachain auction from the second batch of the Kusama Crowdloans, which is awesome. And we can see that Basilisk is leading the way here with 69.41% probability. And again, it is pretty much 100%. It's just that they cannot say 100% because it goes by statistics. And the statistics mean that there could be a small chance that Parallel Heiko could beat them. Again, very, very slim chance. They would actually have to break their cap here, which we could see is 222.22k. If that would be the case, then Parallel Heiko could have a chance, but it does not guarantee it, again, because Basilisk has already been winning a lot of the slots. And remember that if they win in the first 2 days of the auction, then that counts as 100%. So they have a bigger probability there than as opposed to the rest of the days, because it linearly drops and not all the winning blocks are counted as possible wins. So there's definitely a very, very slim chance that Parallel Heiko could actually win this. Again, with Altair, even if they were to get to 200k, it wouldn't make a difference because Basilisk has superseded that with 222k. But nevertheless, it's awesome to see some projects really battle this out. Like, I honestly didn't expect Parallel Heiko to get to 100k so quickly, considering that we still have 2 more auctions to go, and it is concerning for Altair. But not too concerning, because remember, Altair can still get a lot more contributions over the weekend, even if Alameda are going to be shilling Parallel Heiko like crazy to get people to contribute. And Alameda are again the VCs which have invested in Parallel Heiko. So if they do manage to get a lot of people to contribute, then we could possibly see Parallel Heiko get to about 150k, in my opinion, possibly by next week, or maybe even before the end of this week, right? Anything is possible. We've seen a massive growth in terms of contributions here, so anything could be surprising. As again, Kintsugi had a massive growth too, from 10k to 40k, but now it's going to be much harder to see Kintsugi get from 40k to over 100k. Again, anything could happen. This is the Wild Wild West. This is chaos. This is Kusama, right? We have seen surprises, but I would like to see a battle. I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see a battle, and I think we're gonna see a battle between Altair and Parallel Heiko, unless something wild happens and Parallel get a humongous contribution here, which would mean that they would likely get the 9th auction, and then Altair to win the 10th and final auction of this batch. With Kintsugi being so far off, I just don't see them actually winning this. I'm gonna be honest. It would take a big shocker for them to surprise us with something which would actually drive these contributions up from new people, because remember, a lot of people have already locked up their KSM. The majority did so for Calamari, for Basilisk, for Kilt, and not that many left, like even for Altair. And again, just a reminder, if you do want to contribute to Altair, you get 5% extra bonus using my referral link from the description of this video, and the same for Kintsugi. But I do feel a bit down with Kintsugi. I just don't know if they can actually make it. No biggie, if they don't, you're going to get your KSM back. So just keep that in mind when this batch completes at the end of this month. And before we continue on here to take a look at the prices, I'd like to take a moment to thank today's channel sponsors, BitSwap, DEX, for sponsoring this video. So let's watch this short clip and then we'll continue on. Thank you.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
So that being said, let's continue on here and talk about the prices a little bit. We're only going to talk about Moonriver and Shiden because these are the ones that we're mostly interested in, at least me personally. I know that you are likely already watching Kusama Dot, so we already know how that's moving, but it's pretty much the same across the board. With Bitcoin dumping today, it did drag all of these alts down, and I did say in my previous price video that we do have a bit of a support here for Shiden around this area between 510 and 520, and it looks like we're holding quite okay at this support, although we did peekaboo a little bit below it, which is fine. As you can see, these are wicks, so it's not these entire candles engulfing the whole candle here. As you can see, we're managing to maintain that wick, and there is a little bit of a momentum here pushing to the upside, holding this area of support. But again, it's pretty thin, because if we look here at the buy orders, you could see 490 has quite the buy order here, but then if this gets eaten, it's game over until 470. As you can see, I mean, 480 is going to be broken through like nothing, like butter, like a knife through butter. And it is concerning. We could possibly see this by this time tomorrow. We could possibly see this touch 470, which again would be concerning because there's no sort of support around that area. and the real support that we've got then would be around the 430 to 440 area, as you can see here, which would be the red zone, because this is the last area of support. If anything happens here and we go below this, then there's no end to this. Nobody can tell what the price could be, right? I mean, look at this. We don't really have that many buy orders, up to 390 maybe, 352, but 350 is really thin, right? I mean, 390 is probably gonna hold around that area, and then look down to the crypto abyss here. 220 is the next big buy order, unless these would actually even out or something's gonna happen there. I don't know, spread maybe a little bit more. Next, let's talk about Moonriver. Moonriver is facing a pretty nasty fate as well, but not as nasty as Shiden's one. Like Shiden's one is pretty harsh because it had a massive pop to 9 and then it came crashing all the way down. Whereas with Moonriver, remember we had this massive pop here as we had the hype. This area here, which was previously support, has been broken through, so now it's no longer a support. It has turned into resistance, so it is a bit concerning because now Moonriver may struggle to break through. But again, with Moonriver being so thin in terms of availability of tokens on the market, then we could possibly see the price pop right through depending on the news that we get. And today we had massive news. Gavin Wood has tweeted about Moonriver being bullish on it, saying that they're actually helping the Kusama ecosystem, and of course they are, because they are bringing smart contracts from Ethereum and making them portable over to Kusama. So it's definitely a big help, and that's why Gavin Wood is giving the big thumbs up to Moonriver, right? They have achieved what Gavin Wood's vision was, right? To get these smart contracts. And this is one of the visions. Of course, we've got Karura with the DeFi. Gavin Wood supports that too, right? Gavin Wood wants to see the whole ecosystem of interoperability come into place, all the pieces of the puzzle come together. But to continue on here, so yeah, we could possibly hold around this area now because this is the last area of support, but then we've got a little bit more support around 273. So in the worst case scenario, if we do get a bigger dip, we could possibly bounce to 275-ish and then maybe bounce back up from there or hold around that area. Maybe build some kind of consolidation. Although I hope that we don't actually go that low. I do hope that we're going to be bouncing back up, but it's not looking pretty here for Moonriver with this thin support that we've got and with this selling pressure. Again, a lot of people are staking, but remember, bots can also dump because it all depends what Bitcoin's doing, right? That's it from today's video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, drop me a comment below. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.